Hello again, team. This is again yours truly, Coach Joel Milian. Today is Friday, August 18th, and I'm here again in the confines of our beautiful and lovely office, Canvas Real Estate in Miami Lakes. And today, earlier on, there was a couple agents here taking care of some business, but I find myself doing this training, or better said, sharing this training and giving this lesson on my own by myself, and which is okay. As I have always said, it's okay if I'm here by myself, or whether there's one agent, 5 agents, or 10. I'm going to do my best and share from the heart, share items from the past, my experiences as I go, and share from this book, the MREA book, again, known as the Real Estate Bible. So first and foremost, as I have always shared and encourage each and every one of you, for you to order yourself a copy of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. Again, the Real Estate Bible, for those that want to build their business and take their business to another level. If you don't have this book in your bookshelf, then you're cutting yourself short. So that's the first message and first announcement regarding this. The secondly is about the lesson of today. But before I get in there and into that topic, there's a couple of things happening. Again, with our office, starting tomorrow, well, actually, today is August 18th. I believe I said August 19th. Tomorrow, August 19th, we're launching again the farmers market this week and next week, which will be the 26th. Then over the Labor Day weekend, we're going to take a break, and we're back on September 9th at the farmers market. And mark your calendar, because on September 16th, we're going to have another first-time home buyers seminar. So start speaking with your customers, your buyers, those that need to find out, those that need to get in a position to become a homeowner. This is a great opportunity for them to speak or to see us as a real estate agent, then the part of the broker, the part of the title company, and then Marlene Reyes talking about the credit, repairing their credit, preparing their credit, what it is that they need to do. So basically, it's a 2+ hours of training and presentation that we cover all the subjects. And this is a great opportunity for each and every one of you to learn how to put a first-time home buyer seminar together. So there's different reasons why we do things around here at Canvas. And one of them is to empower you, the agent, and to help you to grow your business. So that's where my role comes in as a productivity coach. So with that said, let's dive into today's lesson. I'm going to review regarding the 9 ways that the millionaire real estate agent thinks. We have covered the first 2, which is think powered by a big why, thinking big goals, number 2, which is the foundation, thinking possibilities, think action, number 5, which is what we're going to be covering today. This is going to be a speed training or lesson, because I do want to finish today with the 9 ways that the millionaire real estate agent thinks, and I want to jump on to another subject. So number 5, millionaire real estate agents think without fear. They think progress. They think competitively and strategically. They think standards, and they think service. Okay, so those are the 9 ways that the millionaire real estate agent thinks. So today, going into number 5, thinking without fear. The way I normally do this is I read a little bit, some highlighted portions from the book, and if I see fitting to make any comments or add anything, that I think will be of added value to you, then I will do so. So if you're still with me, I'm going to try to go about another 20 minutes, 30 minutes max. So hang in there. My earlier announcements has taken about 5+ minutes, but hang in there. I usually try to keep these lessons anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes max. So let's go. Take your, have your notebook out, bring a notebook, and each and every one of you actually should have a notebook. Just have one of those composition notebooks where every time you come to a training or anytime you're doing a training, that you have it all in one notebook. That way you don't have papers all over the place and you have everything there strategically. So that's one way that I could help you in, getting the most out of these trainings. So just get yourself one of those black and white marbles. They got real colorful ones now. They got them in red, purple, green. So whatever your favorite color is, just get one. But keep them all of the trainings organized. So if you're following, make some notes, and any questions on anything that I'm sharing, my doors are open. I am here Wednesdays and Fridays from 2 to 5 to meet with agents on a one-on-one basis. It is ideal that you schedule in advance because, I stay busy, my schedule gets busy. And if you have any questions, we could always have a small conversation Monday through Friday, anytime between 2 and 5. I always make some time, if need be, to speak with any of you. So I'm easily accessible. So that's something that each and every one of you should know. So let's get into this lesson. Think without fear. So Gary Keller, and I'm reading from page 85. Interestingly enough, one of the big obstacles for most people who want to take action is that they set out actually to take action. They cannot think without fear. So fear is one of those things that it is normal. Each and every one of us, we have some fear of something, whatever that is. Okay. The problem is that sometimes that fear keeps you from taking action. So you need to come to the realization or the conclusion is, okay, fear is normal. That's fine. We all have fear. But based on the fear that I have, based on what I know or the knowledge or the experience or sharing with anyone, again, look at me as a thinking partner. I'm going to launch. I'm going to take action. I'm going to make this decision. In one of the previous trainings, I said that one of my mentees, or better said, one of my mentors from the John Maxwell team is Paul Martinelli. He's a multimillionaire, and he actually wrote a book. It says, Go Make a Mess. Go Make a Mess. That's actually the title of the book. Go Make a Mess, and then we'll pick up the pieces. Okay. So again, you need to get over the fear by taking action. That's the best way to remove that fear. And more often than not, if you take action, you will accomplish what you're seeking to accomplish. It's not going to be negatively, provided that it's not life or death. It's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fall down. It's okay to hit the wall, however you want to quantify it. All right. So just take action, and always remember that, yes, fear is something that's normal. Now, fear of failure itself becomes our primary fear. Again, I'm reading from the book. Okay. So sometimes I interject, and as I continue reading, I'm going to repeat the same thing that I have shared. On page 86, it says, when you can't see the possibilities for and the potential rewards of success because the fear of failure has blinded you, it is time to stop for a moment and reflect. If you are a possibility thinker, that means you believe you can do this. It is possible. All right. So on one of the other trainings, I said, and this is part of the subject, is what type of thinker are you? Are you a thinker of possibility or impossibility? And answer that question. What type of thinker are you? Do you think of impossibilities or possibility? And based on your answer, then that's where you need to take action. So let's continue reading. As we'll discuss in the next session, think progress. These momentary setbacks can even represent positives, such as learning opportunities. So never let fear of failure freeze you into inaction. Very little good can happen when you're not acting at all. Ironically, for some people, fear of failure actually motivates them to take decisive action, and that's a good thing. It can even be a part of their big why. Many high achievers have reached for their potential simply because they could not tolerate the thought of the alternative. So again, the alternative is not doing anything. And by not doing anything, then the possibility that of what could have been, you will never know. So the worst thing, this is a thought. The worst thing that could happen to anyone is to get to the end of the road of your life and that you look back at the what could have been or what could have happened. And based on decisions that you did not make because of fear. And that is a predicament that each and every one of us, we will have to face at one time in our lives, including this one that's speaking with you. Again, like my pastor says, let me see how he does. He does me, okay? We will all have to come to the realization or to, the moment of truth of what could have happened in our life if we would have made certain decisions differently. Better said, the regrets, okay? So here you have an opportunity for each and every one of you who may listen to this training or this lesson. You're young, each and every one of you. I would say most of the agents here are young. I think the oldest agents here, if I'm not mistaken, may be Filiberto. Myself, I'm not going to include our wonderful team leader, Marlene. I'm not going to date her, but I believe we're within the same age group. But most of you are young. When I say young, you're in your 20s, 30s. I believe we have a couple agents here in their 40s. You guys are still young to make decisions. And even if they're bad decisions, and even if they're decisions that do not work, it's okay. You're able to make up time. But it's the experience that you're going to get in those decisions that is going to propel you to the next level and the next success story in your life. Trust me, take it from me. I am Coach Joel, and I am your friend. Because I cannot tell you how many things I have tried, different opportunities, different businesses, but they have all cost me, but I have learned from those lessons, which I implement into my daily life. And especially in this real estate business, okay? So go out, make a mess, make a decision. Do not allow fear to keep you from making those decisions. Let's continue reading. Ironically, for some people, fear of failure, actually, we read that. The last paragraph on page 86, failed attempts are not failure. So never fear the attempt itself and keep trying. Charles Kettering, whoever he is, warns us of this when he writes, The only time you can afford to fail is the last time you try. It follows that if you never quit trying, you've never really failed. How true is that? Jumping over to page 87, having a big why will help you focus on what the millionaire real estate agent usually has going for him. The power and motivation that comes when your greatest fear is not reaching your goals. Top agents preserve through the failures, better said, along the way, so they do not fail at the end of the day. So that is what I have to share regarding thinking without fear. Number 6, think progress. Think progress is about the knowledge that breakthroughs more often than not come through effort and persistence. Statistically speaking, the more you try, the better your odds are at succeeding. So here's a thought. I've shared this before. The only point that you lose is when you quit. So the moment you quit doing anything, and that goes anything and everything, that's when you lost. Or better said, that's when you lose. In this business, yes, it's difficult. It's hard. It is challenging. It is mentally exhausting. Okay? But you may be closer to the breakthrough than you think you are. And if you decide to throw in the towel, if you decide to quit wherever you're at in your stage of your business, then at that moment, you lost. So I say that in order to encourage you. Plow through, go through. If this is something that you feel that you could succeed, then plow through. Don't quit. Okay? Like the slogan of Nike says, just do it. Just do it. And you'll see the results. In time, you will reap and see the results of your action and of your decisions. Here on the top of page, actually the last word of page 87 and to the top of page 88, it says think. Let's think. Think big, think possibilities, think and grow rich. Okay? Think. Think progress is about quantity and repetition. Success is in the numbers. On the bottom of page 88, the millionaire real estate agent does not see consequences in terms of positives or negatives. If something has an outcome, whether it has a positive or negative result, they call it progress. Because they think progress, they know that failures are just stepping stones. Part of the learning process, and they don't let the negative outcomes derail their enthusiasm. These highly successful real estate agents also know that persistence and repetition will eventually yield tremendous results. So actually, there's a book by John Maxwell. Again, you're going to hear me quote John Maxwell a lot, Gary Keller a lot, sometimes Anthony Robbins, but John Maxwell, again, he's one of my mentors. I'm part of the John Maxwell Global Team, leadership team. I have a certification with the John Maxwell Global Leadership Team. There's a book that he wrote that says, Failing Forward. Okay? You see, when you fail, you want to make sure that you're failing forward and not backwards. Now, you fail forward by learning the lessons, by learning what was it that this lesson taught me. This failure or this setback that I had, what could I learn from it? What could I take out of it? Okay. Here's a quote. All right, write this down. Okay. They say the best teacher is experiences. I say, or better said, what I've been taught says evaluated experiences is your best teacher. So you got to evaluate. And that goes for anything. And I'm going to challenge you. Next time you're in a setting anywhere, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're having a cup of coffee with a loved one or friend, whether you're out in a gathering, a party with your family, your friends, your whatever it is, or you go on vacation, it doesn't matter wherever you're at. Evaluate that experience. Evaluate it. Go back and analyze it. Think about it. What did you learn? What emotions did you have, good or bad? And what could you have done? What could you have done in that setting? What input, what added value could you have provided? Okay, so that's a challenge from coach. Okay, coaches, what we do is we challenge our team members, those that we coach. So that's part of my role, is to challenge. Now, at the top of page 89, it says, you will undoubtedly make some mistakes on the path to becoming a top real estate agent. Just remember that mistakes are progress. And to finish off, progress is important and is usually achieved by the person who makes the most attempts. The quality is in the quantity. So again, make as many decisions as possible. Think progress, and you're going to have the result that you're looking for more sooner than later. Topic number 7. Think competitively and strategically. A millionaire real estate agent thinks competitively and strategically. Again, reading from the book, page 89. When I advise real estate agents to think competitively and strategically, I'm really telling them to approach their career the way they do a game. Okay. So again, this real estate business, look at it as a game. And how you play the game is how you're going to succeed. Okay. So if you follow the bold laws in the WhatsApp, I think there may be 3 or 4 more that I haven't shared. But there's actually one bold law there that says how you participate in here is how you're going to participate everywhere. So I take that and I say that is because how you participate in the game of the real estate business, it's how you're going to succeed and you're going to have the result that you're looking for. So if you're participating half-heartedly, if you're going through the motions, you can't expect a good result, or better said, a successful result. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Why don't we all apply the same level of strategic thinking and competitiveness to our careers? And by the way, why shouldn't our work be just as entertaining? So again, a game, for those of you who are sports lovers, if Armando would be here and listening to me, I'll be leaning on him because he loves sports. He loves his Miami Heat. I don't know about the football season, if he's into football, but I know that he loves the Miami Heat. He loves basketball. He actually, the other day, I heard Marlene sharing that he's been in a basketball league for 30 years. Okay. So sports is entertainment, right? So why don't you look at the real estate business, go out, be strategic, be competitive, but have fun. I have been able to share with some of the agents that I coach and some of the ones that I'm working a little bit more closely, and they have seen me sometimes working and just having fun. I have fun because, hey, work is hard enough. So why not have some fun while you're working? All right. So think of it as entertainment. Almost all of the millionaire real estate agents we've worked with or interviewed for this book were by nature very competitive people. They love what they do, they're competitive, and tend to think strategic. All right. So think competitive. Turning the page on page 90, he said, there's something here I have highlighted. It says that they had to teach them, actually, disregard that. Page 91, it says, treating it like a game, again, talking about the real estate business, is also about learning to think strategic. The problem is that most real estate agents can't distinguish between rules, how you play, and strategies, how you win. In real estate, our rules have nothing to do with making money. They're about conduct, ethics, and protocol. You can be a master of conduct, ethics, and protocol and still be a pauper. Okay, so what does that mean is that there's certain things about this business that you need to protect yourself, and one mindset that you need to have, and every day when you wake up, is you need to protect your license. Okay, that's what it talks about, you know, conduct and ethics. And again, you need to have systems, which is protocols. You could be great at all that, but if you're not thinking strategically and competitively, then you could be a pauper. People who live by the rules live in a literal world. Strategic thinkers are exercising their creativity and living outside of those limitations. And this I could speak about. Okay. I like to play within the rules. So definitely, I'm in the literal world. Part of my challenge and in my business, in this real estate business, is that I have not exercised all the creativity that I have. I'm a very creative person. I think big, I think possibilities. I'm always thinking of creating something. I see a problem and I'm looking for 3 options to solve that problem. I'm an options man, but sometimes that I have not taken the action. So I know I'm telling you to think in a certain manner, or better said, sharing how to think, and that I have failed in those areas. But that puts me, that qualifies me to speak to you, because I'm speaking to you of my failures. Okay. So think outside those limitations, think outside the box, let your creativity follow your thinking. Page 92, strategic thinkers not only find tremendous success, but they also have the power to reshape their respective professions. When you go to work to get the most out of your career, you should have the same attitude as when you sit down to play a game. Think competitively and strategically, start where the rules stop, and challenge your competition to catch you if they can. So you be the trailblazer. You go out there and you know, just go, just work, just do whatever it is that it's in your heart, that it's within your mind, of the thinking of the possibilities, strategically, competitively, and just go out and let others follow you. Okay, that's my challenge to you. Subject number 8, or better said, number 8 item of how millionaire real estate agents think: standards. Okay, I'm looking to go 7 to 10 more minutes, so hopefully I'm able to get through all of these things of these. Actually, I'm just going to go through one more, because one of the next lessons we're going to talk about the value propositions. But let's go through this one. Think standards, and then the number 9, which is millionaire real estate agents think service, number 9, that we're going to make that next week's lesson. about the value proposition. So think standards, again, reading from the book, page 92. If you plan to be successful in real estate, really successful, you'll have to embrace standards. Standards are about defining levels of performance and then holding yourself and others accountable to meeting or exceeding those levels. When you're a one-person business, which most of us are, your challenge is to find, implement, and articulate those standards as your value proposition. When you have employees, your challenge is to define your standards clearly, to live them yourself, and to hold your staff accountable to them as well. So let's talk about this part here real shortly, about when you have a team. Now, when you have a team, your team needs to follow the standards that you have. They need to think strategically. They need to think outside of the box, but they also need to think of the standards that you have. I'm going to make a pause here because otherwise my computer the battery is going to run out. So one quick minute. The last thing I want to do is finish this training or not be able to record this lesson, and due to my battery and my computer going down. So let's get back to what I was sharing, and based on the thought about the teams. Okay, so you need to hold your staff and your staff accountable as well to your standards. Page 92 on the bottom, the last paragraph says, the trouble most of us have is in communicating our standards and enforcing them. When real estate agents make the leap into becoming employers and having a staff, they're often stretched to the limit and need help badly just to handle their current load. Because of that, they're often so grateful just to have help that they don't ever think to hold their new staff members accountable to their personal standards. You just have to be disciplined and patient when you begin the hiring process. Experience shows, experience shows that hiring an effective assistant should easily double your sales volume. If you don't already have an assistant, read the last sentence again. Experience shows that hiring an effective assistant should easily double your sales volume. So this is a big aha, and I'm going to speak from experience. Last year, I've been in this business, as all of you know, for 20 plus years. I've always heard about an assistant, having an assistant, and just that is going to just help you and propel you in your business. But again, the fear, earlier, what we were talking about earlier, the fear of having that investment of hiring someone as an employee kept me from doing so. Why? Because of the responsibility, the overhead. So guess what? I never did. And my business, I believe, has suffered tremendously. I'm not where I want to be in this real estate business. But after 20 plus years, the number one decision that I could tell you and quantify that I have made has been hiring an assistant. So all of you have seen or you've been introduced to our assistant, or you have seen something from our assistant. And when I say our, meaning Marlene and myself. Our assistant is Allie. She's a virtual assistant. She's not physically here. We speak with her daily, multiple times a day. She works the morning shift till the early afternoon with Marlene. And then in the afternoon, she works for me. For me, that has been the best decision, business decision I have ever made. Okay. Now, I'm not saying for you to go out and hire an assistant now, because most of you cannot afford it. Because your business, you're just building your business. It's understandable. But once you get to a certain level that on a regular basis or on a yearly basis, year in, year out, that you have 12, 15 plus transactions a year, then it might be a good idea to hire an assistant. I know there's a couple agents here that by them hiring an assistant, that they will take their business to the next level. Okay. I'm not going to call them out, but you know who you are if you're listening to this. So make this part of your next goal in your business, grow your business so you could hire an assistant. And again, you don't have to have a physical assistant, just hire a virtual assistant. And I can help you with that. That's not a problem. All right, let's continue. So many of us make the mistake of hiring out of convenience rather than by standards. Here's a secret that high achievers have discovered, but which most people ultimately miss. When you have the right staff, that same staff can take you to 20 million, can probably take you to 80 million. It's all about who you hire and the standards to which you hold them accountable. So when it comes time to grow your business through people, you'll have to clearly articulate and enforce your standards from the beginning. High intention deserves high attention. And then you must regularly inspect what you expect. Highly successful real estate agents think standards for themselves and everyone around them. So I will finish this lesson and this recording on this point. You need to think like a millionaire real estate agent. These 9 points of the millionaire real estate agent, how they think, they're extremely crucial to growing your business. And as you grow your business, think of the standards that you want to project, that you want your business to be identified with, and that everyone across the board, when they see you, whatever your name is, the real estate agent, that they will see and they know that they are working with a competitive, strategic, experienced, a person with ethics, a professional, bottom line, a professional real estate agent that's committed to excellence. If you look at the back of my business card, my motto has been for over 20 plus years, the family realtor for life, committed to customer service excellence. That is my motto. And I encourage each and every one of you to create a model for yourself, for your business, and launch. Don't think fear, just do it. So until our next time that we speak or that we meet, I want to wish each and every one of you a great day. Have a great weekend, and may God bless you.